Hey, this is Abith, and I just have something to share that may be short and sweet. We'll see. I was walking today and I remembered something that might be interesting for some people. And so it's an invitation to experiment with your inner authority in a way that's, really exploratory and organic, and in a way where you might feel like it's low risk in that, it's nice to start, I feel, to start exploring with following the body in situations or in contexts where it's just playful, and also where you might not feel it's this huge decision. So, if you have a day or a few days, ideally, I would say, where you don't have any obligations, anything that you're committed to, and you can try this out, I would give you a couple ideas. So I remember this as I was walking, because one of the times that I really got into exploring with inner authority was in walking. And that is leaving the house and not having a clue why or what I'm doing or what's going to happen. And I did this for, maybe, I don't know, there was, I guess, a solid week or two where I explored this very spontaneously. I am spontaneous. Not everybody is. So take it with a grain of salt, and, process it if this is for you. But where I just would leave the house, and literally as I got to the door of my apartment building, I would wait to see which way I would go, left or right, up the street, down the street. And every time there was a crossroads, it was just waiting to watch what my body would do. And this is when I did this particularly when I was exploring my inner vision and going into inner seeing. Is it left? Is it right? Is it forward? Is it backwards? What is it? So you just got to take it with whatever your inner authority is. Is it, you're walking on the street and it's your sacral that responds to that direction, or responds to that direction, or responds to something, or stops, or, what is it? I don't know. I'm just throwing out an exploration, and it's up to you if you use it, how you use it. But for me, it was really like each moment, I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was doing. I just let myself be completely in the moment and just present. And then I watched. And it's really interesting because you watch how your mind takes over everything. So, I could see how my mind was always like, when we get there, are we going to turn left or right? When we get there, are we going to, if we turn it, and if we go that way, then we could go there. And then we could buy that, I don't know, those bananas there whatever it was. And it was amazing to watch that, even in these little things, how much the mind just goes, da, 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 da. And that's when I would bring the mantra, wait and see, wait and see. Wait and see. And so, I could feel as I was getting to any crossroads, any, place where I'd have to make a decision about which way to go, there was always mental chatter before I got there. Always mental chatter. And it was always an agenda of, oh, well, let's go that way because then we could go down by the river and it's such a nice day, and then we could, and it was just like, ta, 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 ta. And then because, always some kind of reason. It's not that it was bad. It was just that noticing how much mental chatter in such simple things. And so breathing and waiting and seeing, breathing and waiting and seeing. And you get on this edge of like, what is the body doing? And I have had really funny moments. I've noticed that my body sometimes just stops. So sometimes it'll just be like, stop, look, hang out, or if there's a bench, it just wants to stop and sit for a while and look around. And then I can feel when the body wants to move again. It's not about, and it's almost not about like me feeling what the body wants to do and then doing what the body wants to do. No, it's me just noticing what the body does. But it can take a while in this exploration to get to that point where you just in your senses, you're just feeling your sensory information and what the body is naturally doing. I mean, I've gone on a street and then no, it's not that way, turn around and go back. I have a third line body, so I noticed how bumpy it can be. Or a little indecisiveness in it. And so it's a really interesting way to watch. And if you have moments where you can do that, where you can just go out without a plan, imagine not having a plan, not having an agenda. I don't know, so many of us live by I got to do this and that and that and that and meet that person and do that thing, and then so it's just creating spaciousness, and you let your exploration be yours. It's not going to look like mine. It's your body is your body. Your body has its own type of environment. Your body has its own way of moving. And that's another thing, is that I started to actually look and feel, is this the speed my mind wants to go? Because I've had an addiction to going fast with a completely open route. And so I had to do this kind of like hang back, and for me, it was an exploration, even with my inner vision, of seeing inside. Now, this is not the rhythm. It's slower than this, and slowing down. That might not be the case for you. For me, it has been a lot about slowing down in everything. But that's my design. I have a passive body without any motors defined. So my natural rhythm is a slower, calmer rhythm. And I was always living fast, the fastest person around. So for me, it was an exploration also of my natural rhythm, coming back to that. It's been an exploration also of watching how my body avoids dense areas and seeks the areas of less density. But that's not going to be the case for everybody. Some people's environments are dense environments. Their bodies are meant to be in dense environments with lots of things going on. Not mine. And so just, a fun way to explore is really just give yourself, when you can, a walk outside where you have absolutely you let yourself be in the I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea where I'm going. I have no idea what's going to happen. And I have no idea when I'm going to come back home. And so you just let yourself be in the I don't know, and get into the feeling with your body, whatever that means for you. And like I said, for those who are not so spontaneous and splenic like me, it's probably going to look really different. You might, if you're emotional, that walk might look very, very different than me. I can't even tell you what it would look like, but I invite you to, if it feels like, that could be fun, that could be interesting. This is a very third line exploratory idea that I'm giving you. But it's just one fun way that you can start getting in touch. Two things. Starting to get in touch with your body, in that you start to watch it, not to try to figure it out. You start to watch it. And you start to watch how much your mind gets involved with just even the most simplest things in life. And possibly create space between those two things. So, see if that's something that you feel you want to do, if you respond to that, or if you feel, that would be a fun thing. Just throwing it out.